Hey, this is Meleika of the ELTV Network. I had the honor of interviewing an amazing woman right here in Evanston, Monique Brunson Jones. Yes, she heads up the Evanston Community Foundation. And if you haven't heard of the Evanston Community Foundation, you definitely need to look them up because this woman is making some things happen in our community, in our business world. She's helping to get more business leaders out there, get more funding to people who are needing to fund their organizations, and she teaches you how to make these things happen. We are so proud of her, and I wanted the community to really get to know who this woman is. Stay tuned.
It's great to be here, first of all. I've been the president and CEO of the Evanston Community Foundation for a little over 2 years, and my background is a social worker, so I'm a social worker. But what I strive to do is to disrupt some of the systems that make the people that we love and want to help oppressed. And in that way, I've chosen to do philanthropy. So the foundation, being 30 years old, 31 actually years old now, is very ripe to do that. And we have some programs that are in the space where they need to be to grow. And we open the doors to all of the Evanston community, and actually, quite honestly, some people who are outside of Evanston, to make what they want to see happen in the best philanthropic way possible. So I'm not sure where to go first with how that's happening, but what I want the community to know is it really is happening. So the biggest thing that we do, I think that everyone is familiar with, is we make grants. And we do that in a couple of different ways. So from opportunities that some of our donors come to us with, from the one time of year that we do responsive grant making. So that's actually about to happen right now. The community will see what our requirements are to get a grant from us. They'll submit proposals. We have a community-led process. So in addition to our board members and some community members, they help make the decisions on those grants. And that's fabulous opportunity, and we really make sure that we're trying to support innovative programs and capacity building for a lot of the organizations here in Evanston. We also look to provide smaller grants year-round, so that's something new that we started last year, opening up the doors for smaller organizations or community groups to get grants under $5,000 and start something or change something or add to some good programming that they already have. So that's the main thing that people know about us. There are a few other strategic grant making places that we have based off of some challenges that we've had in the past, but that's what Evanston really knows about the foundation. I wish someone had told me the shock that would be on my face when I walked into a room and I was the only Black executive at the table working in the foundation. It's like that added layer of hesitancy when you're ready to speak up about something. And so I recall at that first meeting after, not after I was hired here, but in my former position, the first meeting, they were having a discussion about diversity and inclusion. And they asked a question, just a rhetorical question, and I guarantee you every head turned to Monique. And I thought, am I gonna answer, or am I gonna look around the room at everyone at this table and dare them to ask me to answer this question? And I went through that meeting thinking I could just come to these meetings and sit, or I could speak up. And so at the point in time, I think it was same subject, different meeting, similar people at the table, I started speaking. And I thought, Monique, you're gonna have to be the one to add voice where nobody else will. And so that started some discussions, and now when I go into those rooms that are a little more people of color in them, I start asking simple questions. Where are the other people of color? Where are the other women? Where are the other younger women? We're all going to retire next year and there's not anybody left. Are you thinking about succession planning? Are you thinking about instilling some of these values that you hold so dearly for your organization into your staff? And so it's become a game changer where it could have been really, really bad. I could have decided to go home. But I have that actually because of a mentor. So I want people to think like that. If you have entered that room, I guarantee you someone else has done the same, and they felt the same feeling that you're feeling about it. When I do leave the foundation, it will be with a legacy that's sustainable, and that the entire city can appreciate and our nonprofit partners can appreciate. So there's a lot of background work that needs to be done, but my legacy for this foundation is that there is no end to it. When you see nonprofit organizations closing their doors, having not really thought about the changing environment, whether it's the business environment, social policy, our government, we're not beholden to our government. And we are beholden to the ever-changing needs of Evanston, and I want to make sure this foundation is here for that indefinitely. So that's what I'm trying to set us up for, that flexibility, that nimbleness, and the pride to say, we can do this and we're going to do it. And I think that it'll be great. I didn't think I would be a mother. I wasn't longing to be a mother. I am a mother, and that has changed my perspective on the legacy that I leave inside of this city and this world.
Monique is somebody who's always been a giver of a lot of things that she's doing in Evanston, doing for the foundation. She did it when we were dating, just some of the things that she thinks about when she thinks about others, and giving, and volunteering during holiday time, and teaching our daughter. One of the things I want everyone to know about Monique is that she's extremely dedicated to being in Evanston and work with the foundation and all of the entities that they work with there. One of the reasons I fell in love with her was because she is a giving person, a caring person, and always thinks about us. I've watched it when she's volunteered here in Chicago. I've watched it when she's talked to my daughter about volunteering. I mean, something is putting a bit of light and somebody homeless, handing it. So now my daughter does it when I'm in the car and she's alone with me. It's like, hey, let's help out. These are just things that come natural for the both of us, and I'm proud of her in Evanston, proud of her doing things that she's doing there, and I think that's something that everybody should know.
You know what Mommy does when I go to work?
You work for the Evanston Community Foundation.
And what does that mean?
It means you help people around the world.
That's a big thing. Help people around the world.
And she travels all the time.
What's all the time?
You travel all the time to help other people, and you also help people even though you don't know who they are.
That's true.
It's just a blend. So I know what my schedule is like. I know that I don't want my daughter and my husband to miss out on me. I don't want my daughter to think I've chosen a career over raising her. But at the same point, this is my responsibility. And so I make sure that if I'm up late at night, I'm doing something productive for Evanston Community Foundation. If I have to be in the office early, my husband and I balance it off with who drops my daughter off, and things like that. So I make it a point to volunteer in the areas that benefit my family and myself and the foundation. So those are you have to blend it and blend it well so that you're not being neglectful of that. And it's all in. For me and my husband, it's all in.